Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another installment of On This Day. Today is Monday, December 1st, 2025. I'm Christy, and I'll be taking you on this journey to the past, the present, the strange, and possibly other dimensions. So, keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times, and let's get this party started. Back in 2016, Drake was named Spotify's most streamed artist of the year, and his monumental hit single, One Dance, took home the crown as the platform's biggest song that year. It makes sense that the Canadian rapper was such a singular force on the on the streaming service in 2016. His massive collaborative LP with Future, what the frack was I? Oh, What a Time to Be Alive. I'm feeling that right about now. Dropped in the summer of 2015. While his groundbreaking 2016 album views earned 1.04 million album equivalent units in its first week of release and dominated the airwaves throughout the year. In 1964, The Who played their first of 22 consecutive Tuesday night gigs at the Marquee Club in London. The venue was famous for hosting residencies from acts that would go on to change the course of rock music, including the Yardbirds, Led Zeppelin, King Crimson, Yes, Jethro Tull, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Pink Floyd, and more. In 1966, Tom Jones topped the UK singles chart with his version of Green Green Grass of Home. The country song sold more than 1 million copies, setting a new UK record for Jones's label Decca Records. In 1957, Buddy Holly and the Crickets made their debut on the Ed Sullivan Show, performing That'll Be the Day and Peggy Sue. The evening also featured another appearance from another music star, Sam Cooke, who performed You Send Me. In 1967, the Jimi Hendrix Experience released their second studio album, Axis, Bold as Love. The album reached the top 10 on both sides of the Atlantic. And in 1973, Kenny G set a new world record when he held a note on his saxophone for an astonishing 45 minutes and 47 seconds. The horn player used the circular breathing technique to sustain an E flat for the duration of the performance. Lastly, we go back to 2022, where American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift was number 1 on the U.S. charts with her 10th studio album, Midnight. The album broke a string of records globally. It achieved the Spotify feat for most single-day streams of an album and topped the charts in 28 territories. Now, let's talk facts with factoids. Today is officially Eat a Red Apple Day and a day without art. That's sad. Everybody likes art. And on this day in 1918, the Kingdom of Iceland was first established. The kingdom lasted 26 years before the country became a republic. In 2020, Puerto Rico's Arecibo telescope collapsed less than a month after being decommissioned. In 2018, the complete animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse premiered in Los Angeles. Also in 2018, The Japanese broadcaster NHK launched the world's first super high definition 8K television channel. In 1988, the first ever World AIDS Day started in an effort to raise awareness of the AIDS global epidemic. In 1984, NASA intentionally crashed the Boeing 720 aircraft to test new safety technology known colloquially as a crash in the desert. The experiment was a joint project between NASA and the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration. It took more than 4 years to prepare for the test, which was conducted via remote control system. It was determined that only a quarter of the passengers would have survived the crash. It took more than an hour to extinguish the blaze. In 1960, Paul McCartney and Pete Best were arrested while in Hamburg, Germany. A misunderstood incident of Paul and Pete using fire as a light source resulted in them being arrested and deported for an accusation for attempted arson. They were given 5 minutes to pack their belongings, and Pete Best had to leave his drums behind. In 1955, Rosa Parks was arrested when she refused to move to the back of the bus and give her seat to a white passenger. She was arrested in Montgomery, Alabama. And lastly, in 1919, Lady Nancy Astor was sworn in, making her the first female member of British Parliament. Time to be questioned. Sorry, that was dumb. Question. Which king was overthrown as a result of the French Revolution? Answer. Louis XVI. Question. Where was the ancient script of Linear A and Linear B found? Answer. Crete. And question. What planet was Al from? Answer. Melmac. It's birthdays. Today, 1936, Lou Rawls. 1944, John Densmore. 1944, Bette Midler. 1946, Gilbert O'Sullivan. 1951, Jacob Pastorius. 1959, Stephen Jensen. 1977, Brad Delson. And 1988, Tyler Joseph. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, and many more. Okay, so don't forget, you can catch us here 7 days a week with Brian the Rock Stone on WCDI. And don't forget to check out Top Rope Report every Sunday and Wednesday. Have a great day, y'all. See you soon. Ciao.